Hey, um, Haley. Yeah, you might not be able to see this video until you're old enough to at least know when to stop drooling on yourself, but for the video to actually make sense to you. Until then, you're probably gonna keep Jen up through countless nights and and even running through her mind way more often than just that, just because you're so dear and special to her. I mean, for she'll be in the other room and you'll probably know that. Well, you won't know this, but you'll be on her mind. Haley, even before you were born, you have a family that loves you. A family that may have a different history and different backgrounds and, a different way of making decisions. We still love you. I love you, and I haven't even physically held you yet. I know that you have potential, and you will have potential. I know this because you'll come from a mother who is very wonderful. She's a wonderful woman that I'm proud to say is my sister. Also, I have a script down here, which is just the only reason why I'm not stuttering every 5 seconds. So don't feel bad if you ever have those issues. I would go to a room and we'd just kind of chat. Or sometimes I'd just kind of hang out. And she'd be even on the phone. Your mom's a pretty cool lady. I should know. We've grown up with each other. She always has an ear to listen to, especially when you get older. I mean, when you're younger, she'll listen to you. But when you're older, and you actually start having more serious drama, whether it's, a boy you have a crush on, or, not being able to pass a class because it's very difficult, or things like that, your mother has a listening ear. You can go to her and you can talk to her. You can also go to the rest of your family, such as myself. You can go to Mark. You can go to Jean-Luc. Those are your other uncles. You can go to Lisa, your grandma. You'll know who you can talk to by then. Anyway, your mother loves you. She probably loves you way more than I can even comprehend. And she's very lovely. Oh, and by the way, speaking about telling your mom about problems and that stuff, if you ever decide to sneak out from, say, the second story window in the middle of the night, just go hang out with some friends and go to the park or whatever, tell your mom, please. Just, you don't, even if you're not going to tell her, hey, I'm sneaking out, by the way, and probably don't ground me, obviously that more than likely won't work, but do say, I love you. And more than likely, you can probably ask her if you can go out and tell her when you're going to be home and work something out. We're a very communicating family. Yeah, tell her you love her because it makes her odds of having a heart attack just a little bit less. Just a little less. And if that keeps her alive, thank you very much. I'm sure you'll want her alive as much as we do. Love you, Jen. Anyway, how to be a champion. Well, first off, let's start off with the how not to be a champion. Champions don't procrastinate. They don't make excuses, and they don't quit. Champions don't bully. They don't let other worldly things possess them. They don't cheat. They don't betray. And most importantly, they don't abuse things in one way or another. And you'll find that there's more ways of things that I mentioned of bullying and betraying, more than just the physical ways of that stuff. Also, they're not selfish. Champions are thoughtful. They're brave. They're honest. They're chivalrous. even if you are a woman, you should still respect your other fellow man. If you want us to treat you just as equally, it's only fair. Champions are human. We will make mistakes. And some of those mistakes might be what I mentioned of the don'ts earlier. But the key difference is that when you make a mistake, you learn how to correct it. You learn to apologize, and you learn how to keep rolling. Champions are mindful and prepared and organized, which means you're culturally aware of what's going on in the world. And that's going to be a bigger part later when you get way much older. Maybe even older than I am at 17 right now. Champions are friendly and they're loyal. Champions are probably some of the best friends you'll ever have. Me, I haven't always been a super popular kid. You can talk to your mom about that. But from the people who I do know, from my best friends, and in many ways feel like they're my own brothers, hence the term bro, you'll find that you'll have great friends in this world that will stick by your side. You'll also have friends that betray you, but every good story has a traitor. Anyway, don't be a traitor. Champions know how to prioritize things. They work at the best work ethic. Give it all you got, even if you don't know what the heck you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, well, say something. And if you don't want to say something, just act like you know what you're doing. But admit when you're wrong. If that makes sense. Champions are fit. I can't necessarily do, 30 push-ups right this second. But if I put my mind to it and practice and train, you can do it. Fit goes for more than just physical, by the way. It mentally fit, your critical thinking of things. Champions are trustworthy. That goes without say. And champions are helpful. So, with that, you now know what a champion is. Haylee, you live in a world where anything is possible. Okay, here's 3 key points, right? 140 years ago, blacks did not have the right to vote. However, through change and belief and just a bit of optimism, we were able to change that. And so now, blacks can vote. 90 years ago, women couldn't vote. And again, with actually trying and striving to do your best, they were able to finally get the right to vote. And to prove that nothing is impossible, 45 years ago, 1963 to be exact, there was a first lady astronaut. Anything is possible in this world. So keep creating, keep doing all your best efforts, and most importantly, stay optimistic. Just a little bit of optimism can get you far ways. Thank you. That's all I gotta say for right now. Love you, Haylee. I love you, Jen. I'm sorry I couldn't be at the baby shower today, but I'm going to do my best to be there for Haylee. And I mean that sincerely. That's not on the script. That was the last part of my script. That's it. I love you.